As the world moves forwards into the age of both constructs and magic, we find ourselves in, well, one of the laboratories of the R&D department. Section 9 is where, well, people go to if they don't have an exact specialty. Maybe they need money, maybe they need funds, or maybe they just need a job to get through the day. This is a place known as Haven. The city itself is harboring various people, for the exact reason that the various walls are the only thing protecting, well, most of the populace in the city. The R&D department is one place where you can get money and, well, you could potentially die as well. For one reason or another, you have brought yourselves here. And, well, for most of you, it is your first day. For some, well, it all depends on how long you've been here. We will start off... yeah, I'm just gonna have everyone roll initiative immediately.
Oh, fuck. I actually have decent initiative this time.
Already.
Token
Uh,
Tokens, people, tokens.
Do we have some?
Drag them on.
Let's see if somebody updated my token.
I know I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot, so...
Suckers. I run the show now. No.
Dogma?
Yes?
My token does not appear. Also, I have lost health apparently.
Sucker.
Something is not right here.
Give me a second. It might be Roll20 playing a prank on everyone.
Buddy.
Oh yeah, it is not. It straight up just ate your token and just put your name and health bar.
Yep. And apparently I'm not even at full HP, even though my sheet says I am.
Yeah, I can't touch it. What is going on?
Okay.
Give me a second. Save image, PNG, download, edit, remove, yes, delete. Oh, because you were using a different thing. Not
Yeah,
important
back
right
then
now.
it used to be it used to be a multi-token, right?
Yeah, I think so, and that you no longer have access to.
Yeah.
So I think it should work now.
Yep, there we go. Brand spanking new token. And if anybody yells at me for any reason other than...
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's still not displaying my name there, but
Because no one has their name displaying.
I put my name in.
I just put my name in my token. Yeah. Save settings.
It doesn't matter. We know. We're gonna figure out who we are.
Yeah, we all know that you're gonna be Finley.
Can I get rid of this name? Maybe if I put the table here.
Oh no.
We just see the
Token
ghost
layer.
of Sigfold.
You can't highlight and delete.
To front. I can't even touch it.
Can't touch it. Oh fuck. Fuck.
No, it straight up supersedes anything, even though it doesn't exist.
It's token ghost in the shell. Yep. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
I fear any of the maps I already had, so more than likely this is going to be Theater of the Mind for this session. Anyways, the team soon following after does advance forwards. Don't really know who won initiative. That would be 19, and that is...
Finn. This guy.
Yeah, Finn, you got here some time ago without too much of an issue. Making your way here was more or less a situation. As mentioned beforehand, the city itself is not exactly the most, let's say, protective of others. You managed to get here with the desert environment surrounding the city itself, and without too much trouble. After acquiring a few jobs here and there, you really couldn't make ends meet for various reasons, but the main one is that you weren't human. This is a city populous of mostly humans, and well, with that kind of regard, various stigmas, I think the plural form of that is stigmata, doesn't matter, are placed upon those that are not human. And the best
Stigma,
way...
not stigma. Sorry.
Now, technically, I am.
honestly
a
sounded like the same
human.
exact thing.
Technically, I am a human. It's just that because my bloodline was mixed with spirits, I've gone half albino. So I don't know if people count that as non-human.
Wasn't done, but okay.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
So no, it's fine. That is a good point to bring up. So it is hard to find a job, and those that are human with mixed heritage also is very hard because of, well, you know, of the whole archaic D&D thing of elves versus half elves. Kind of the same thing. Not everyone was exactly sure what potentially you were mixed with, if anything at all. So the best way for people of this viewpoint is like, not gonna risk it, gonna be mean to them. So the R&D department was probably the best way to make any funds. You arrived here with Ramon, Claire, currently waiting for the rest of the group to get here. And there was another individual that was here as well. I believe, if we're still going with what Soap said last week, you would be working here a little bit of time beforehand. Yeah. So getting here, you are able to approach Claire and Ramon as potentially... Roll 20, let me do these things. Okay, there we go. Ramon does look towards you. Oh, welcome. You must be one of the new recruits that were coming in today. Pleased to meet you. My name is Ramon, and this is Claire. Claire greets you with a nice smile and a cup of coffee, and Ramon does state, right then. You will be assigned here as of today. If you'd like to wait until the rest of them get here, you're more than welcome to. But is there anything I need to know before anyone else arrives? Feel free to say so. He looks towards his left, which would be where Soap's character is, and he does state, if he does say something, you do need to step back, as it would be personal and confidential.
Commander.
You take a step.
This is just my first day, and I can't think of anything specific that you might need to know. I'm ready to work.
All right. Soon enough, the next individual comes in, which would be... I like how your character has indicating marks. That is not a name. So I'm just going to say...
Hold on, I'll fix that for you.
Boom.
Give me a second here.
Have you
boom, not
Boom?
boom.
We call
I'll
him.
make
What name?
His name is Boom. Come on, everybody knows it's just Boom. Just a little bit older and a little bit shorter.
That would be a bit funny.
But the
Alright.
extra height went into hit points, right?
I guess it's not going to change it on the initiative order. I'm going to try this. I'm going to roll the initiative thing again just to see if it'll update the name.
It should have updated it in your. Yeah.
Nope,
it should
didn't
have
fix it in the
updated
turn order.
I got it.
should have
I'll
updated
manually
in your
update it.
thing
There we
below.
go.
Jemmy.
All right.
The next individual arrives, and Ramon does look towards you. Ah, splendid. The second to arrive. Pleased to meet you. As I mentioned beforehand, I am Ramon, currently the Section 9 R&D department head. This is my assistant, Claire. Waves. Cup of coffee. If there's anything you need to state beforehand, please let me know. I haven't, gonna be perfectly honest, read your dossiers yet. Kind of forgot where they were. Claire immediately looks towards him. I'll find them. And then she hands off. Thank you. And she trods off, looking for them. He then looks towards you. If there's anything you need to discuss beforehand, please let me know.
Nothing at the moment. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. I'll go over things as soon as the last individual arrives. And that would technically be... well, the last person that isn't here, technically. Because Soap character was already here.
I was here before you all.
Hello, Ramon. That's been a
Is
while,
that
hasn't
Finder
it?
or Finder?
What was that? Not you, Sigvald. I'm talking about Finn.
Oh, I said is Soap's character, is that Finder or Finder?
Finder.
Okay.
As in one that finds. Oh, that's all good.
Haha.
And not my gag name for the file manager in Mac OS. I
Anyways,
love calling it Finder.
okay.
Okay.
At any rate,
Can you imagine Finn and Finder? No, sorry.
Claire does come back,
I didn't like it.
puts down the dossiers, and Ramon does say, thank you. Sigvald, yes, it's been quite some time. From what I remember... You... Actually, before he says anything, Sigvald, where were you and why did you come back?
Well, I went back with my mistress back to our hometown, and she died.
That checks out.
That'll do it.
That is probably the only reason why I would be here alone. So, yeah.
Yeah. Returning back for new employment, and honestly, most of the time in Noche, whenever a mistress or master or whatever you want to call them, basically the person that pays you or whatnot, holds you not in contempt. I'm thinking of something else, but let's just say in contempt.
Hostage.
Hostage. In Noche. Basically, if they die, they either, their attendants or whatnot, either get murdered or get, like, forcibly drawn to another. So, not wanting that, you probably came back here for that exact reason. Ramon does state, well, it has been some time. Thank you for returning. Honestly, well done, I suppose. And the last individual, before anything else, is already here. Looks towards Finder.
Yes. Suppose we'll all be working together now, won't we?
He says, 20 feet away from the table. You're welcome to come back now.
I still don't have a locked-in voice for this character, by the way. I'm just gonna...
That's fine.
play it by ear.
Got a lot of work to do on
Yes.
mine, so
Ramon does state. Right, well, first things first, thank you all for coming here. If there's anything you need at the moment that you need to air or anything of that notion, please go ahead and state wise. We will go around the table to give a little bit of context clues on who you are, maybe perhaps why you're here. If you don't want to tell the truth or if there's something you need to hide, after all, sometimes we do employ convicts or people that are trying to hide. That is ultimately up to you to decide if you want to tell anyone. I am not going to force you.
Yes, not everyone admit to all their crimes at once.
That being said, just a simple hello, I'm blank, and I can do a little bit of this should suffice.
You can call me Finder. I make things here in the research department. And occasionally we have to go and do other things that aren't quite as constructive. Standing before you is a 6-foot-tall, pale, Yuan-Ti pureblood, so he looks mostly like a human with kind of, some scales around, like, his shoulders, that kind of thing. Slit irises like a cat or a snake. Slightly sharper teeth than a regular human, but nothing that makes you be like, whoa, this person looks fucking crazy.
This person looks fucking crazy.
Yeah. What else about me? I'll just...
Again, it doesn't have to be your entire story. It's just like
Yeah, really.
introducing yourself to the team.
You guys can see the token, right? Whose eyes are yellow instead of green. There, that's it.
Okay. Well,
duly noted.
my name is Finn, and I grew up in the Temple Academy, and that is where I trained to be Quorai. And just a few months ago, I found myself in a strange storm, and somehow fell through a magical hole and wound up just outside the city here. I've been trying to figure out where I am and how to get back, but I really have no idea how to do that yet, so I'm just trying to get by until I can figure that out. Now, this is, as far as I know, nothing strange or unusual for this place, but I have learned quite quickly that foreigners are not always the best treated around here, though this is nothing I've ever kept secret.
Can we get a little closer to the mic? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I lost my place. What didn't you hear?
I think I heard all of it. People aren't nice to the people, foreigners. Just
Yeah, and it's not something I'm keeping a secret, obviously. But yeah, people around here apparently aren't always so friendly to foreigners. I am
it's
of the Quorai Academy.
it's best to look local.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
If you're
you.
wondering about my, if you're wondering about my complexion, it is a mark of my heritage. And if you zoom in on the token, you can see his eyes are a bright cyan color. They will glow whenever he's concentrating really hard or experiencing strong emotions.
I just thought you were old when you started taking spice.
No, I'm actually reasonably young. Like in my early
House
20s.
Atreides or Ordos?
No Harkonnen scum in my game.
Tell me, where is the sign of the Ouroboros? Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
And yes, Sigvold, Finn is trying to look for a Stargate to get back home. But Ramon does say, right then. Thank you, Finn. Next up.
All right, so before everybody, you see a short, stocky individual, about 4.5 feet tall. Has a fairly friendly face, definitely a thick white beard and mustache, and similarly white hair. And, I'm Jemmy, fabulously wealthy celebrity cleric. I'm on a bit of a pilgrimage, trying to learn to live a bit of a life of hardship as I try to help other people.
In the background, when he says this, you do see one gnomish individual like toss up rose petals in the air. Another one has more or less a aluminum board to like throw it in the air and cause it like to bellow as well. And a third one is currently like technically Gemi C.
What was that last part?
You're basically sitting on the third one.
Oh, seat. I thought. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
What do you
no.
think I said?
It's just C. You're just like, he's Jemmy C. You're like, what, is he like the worse version of Jemmy? No.
Like a mini-me or something?
You know what? Sure. The third one is his hype man, like behind him, like praising him. Why not?
It was Jemmy.
Right then. He like Ramon funnels through the documents. Yep, all checks out. And Sigvold, well, I know you a bit. Not everyone else does. So a little bit about yourself as well.
Oh, great. Well, what you see before you is a 6'2" tall tiefling man with a purplish grey skin complexion with multiple tattoos everywhere. He has red eyes, and as you notice when you're standing near to him, he smells of incense and iron. You also notice that for some reason, while everybody has a shadow in this room, he does not.
Dun, dun, dun.
For the rest, well, hello. The reason why I am here is rather simple. The place that I would call home, person I would call mistress, is gone. And the only place that I have ever felt safe between now and then is here. That's why I returned. What is there to tell about me, though? That's a good question. I'm a spellcaster. I can do some magic. And please, for the love of God, do not try to piss me off in any way, shape, or form, because I may not be able to control myself.
Might a character insight that remark?
Sure.
I would.
Sigvold,
be
what is going to
curious.
be the DC to beat? It can't be a natural 20, but it can be high.
What would you make the DC? Because I usually don't throw up DCs.
That's true. I would probably make it 18.
Okay, that sounds fair. As long
No
as not the
whammies.
cleric is inciting, it should be fine, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, gotta turn off that advantage toggle.
Like you both know something else is going on there, but you don't exactly know what it is. It could just be he's potentially emotionally unstable, or perhaps he has like an angry side to him.
Wow.
Just happy that he is not rolling with advantage.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's. on.
Sheet
so we
to
have
do
find
You have
that.
to
out.
change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you change it,
There it is.
like
okay.
Finn did, it usually does that to make things simpler or easier. Either way, we take the first one anyways.
Yeah.
That being said, based off of what Sigvald has stated, he comes from Noche, which is, in all intents and purposes, a very dangerous place. It is run by... actually, people make history checks. Other than Sigvald, he already has this information.
Yeah, I know this. Yes.
In my backstory, I forgot the name of.
You
No
also
shape,
know
but-
this,
yeah.
Finder.
Would,
I guess it's just
would I be
Demi and
rolling at
Finn.
Would I be rolling at disadvantage or just not rolling at all? Only
You would just be rolling. It wouldn't be a bad thing or a good thing. You could have heard rumors.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with this world, only freshly arriving.
Okay. But Fed knows better.
Even
while
with a
rolling
natural one, you
worse.
still did better than me.
Gemmy and Finn, you both know that
Lots
it's
Gemmy.
known as Gemmy and Finn.
Jesus.
Thank you. You know that the
Gemmy.
city is known as the City of Monsters. It could quite literally translate to monstrous things live there. So maybe Sigvald has some sort of anger management issues. That's what you get with a 2 and a 4.
Yeah.
You just know the
That was
name
fine.
City of Monsters is Noche. Other name.
Let's just say Finder's gonna be side-eyeing this guy until we get him in some direct sunlight.
But Ramon does state, and I figured out kind of what he used to sound like. It's been a while. He does state. Right then. It does seem that the paperwork is all in order. Thank you for that. And thank you all for coming here today. Now, the main reasons why you all came here was for obvious reasons. Either you need to develop a few things here and there, money, power, or just a safety measurement. However, without an actual job, you can't really do any of that, which is why you likely came here. Now,
Mhm.
what we do here is essentially the odd jobs the other sections don't want to do. So there is a lot of danger involved, but there also is a potential of adventure. If that is something you're seeking, or at the very least, development. We take on odd jobs that others don't want to do or assign us to do. We also take on jobs that need to be done. Our main purpose here in Section 9 is that in itself. Once further development happens and progresses through, we will venture forwards into a different aspect. If there's any questions before I continue, let me know beforehand. Well, now, I suppose.
Just quietly listening,
Hmm.
not absorbing my
think,
first day's orientation.
Right.
You're not asking me, are you, boss?
No,
Just-
you've been through the orientation beforehand. No, you've been through the orientation beforehand. Unfortunately, we lost the last team we sent out. Accidents all. Man, what's the joke in Futurama? To death, you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to
As you say.
emphasize this
How about his wife?
accident
To
thing.
shreds, you say.
I believe it.
Yeah. You know this is a dangerous occupation. Ramon does state, however, we take at best opportunity we can to keep you safeguarded and protected. Over to the north section will be the job board. If there are no current jobs that we need to take. To the right of that is the item repository where you can requisition an item of your current stature and level, if you so choose to take one. However, you will be responsible for it, which means that if you do lose it, break it, or is stolen from you, you will have to pay back its funds and means, unless you can find a replacement of equal or greater value. And before he continues, you do hear not a knock on the door, because he wouldn't knock, because he technically runs the R&D division.
You hear someone barge open a door.
Yeah, barging open the door, basically just opening it and not caring who's on the other side. There stands a man, maybe 6 feet tall. His clothes suggest status and value. His golden locked hair suggests, who knows, but it is definitely kempt. A lot better than Ramon's. He definitely doesn't go out on field missions. And he does look towards Ramon, and he does state, "Right then, you have new recruits. That's a lot faster than I thought. Right. Well, I'm sure he's giving you all the talk of the situation at hand. Let's make things clear. Right now, you are all volunteers. If anything happens regarding that, your deaths would be simply considered an accident. If you do need funds sent out towards anyone else, let Ramon know, and whatever funds you have remaining will go in their separate directions. If you are all compromising the city itself, you will be put to the stockades and killed. Simple enough. Any questions?" And Finder, you know, and Sigvald, you know that this is Donovan, the leader and overarching leader of the various sections of the R&D department. He, in other kingdoms, would be third prince. But how Haven works is there is more or less a noble family and a king, but it's more because they have all the money and are the ones that establish this land. Not like divine rule or anything like that, but because people have been coming in from outside of the Forbidden Zone, this is basically the titles that they've been given.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes. No.
Rolls his eyes.
You do hear Donovan sigh, and he does look towards Ramon. Right. You somehow always choose mostly non-humans. Hopefully they become of some worth to the city. Right, good luck to you. Try not to die. You believe he doesn't mean that last part.
Try not
Even
to
without an
die.
insight check.
Yes.
We're spiteful enough to understand that we will live long enough.
Yeah. Just for spite, at the very least. Ramon does state, "Well, that is my
It's a
boss."
hostile work environment.
Yes. A lot of people don't really like me here. That's why I'm Division 9's leader. But yeah,
I get the impression he doesn't like us either.
Well,
That's
Danny
true.
will be Danny.
that being said, he will be contacting us from time to time to give us certain jobs that need to be accomplished. That, in his mind, we'd be the expendable people versus anyone else's division. They have their own jobs to do, and we are more or less the handymen and women of the rest of the order.
I thought Section 9 was the loony bin.
Yes and no. A lot of volunteers. At the exact same time, because of that, it is very dangerous. And not many people realize the, meaning behind that. But right now, we don't have any missions that need to be done. So you're more than welcome to take the day off, perhaps look at the job board, or perhaps get to know one another a little bit better. You can speak with me if you'd like, or Claire. He picks up the documents and puts them away on his person. You can speak with any of the other divisions if you need to, but be advised that they probably won't like you.
Yeah, true.
Right. I'll leave you to your own personal desire, but the job will consist of starting tomorrow. You getting here bright and early, seeing if anything needs to be done, perhaps helping someone out, and looking potentially at the job board to see if there's any current job that needs to be done. Some of the jobs will consist of leaving the city, and some will be staying in. So, buyer beware, but you do get paid for all of them, which is better than nothing. And since you are part of the R&D department, if you don't have a home, you can stay at the barracks. If you do, well, I suppose you could potentially rent it out. I'm not quite sure. Leave it to discretion, I guess.
Thank you,
I would like to
Ramon.
be- I would like to be shown to the barracks. I haven't really had much more than a rented closet.
I'll take you there. That's fine. And let it move to Ramon.
No, still there. Sigvald, you take Finn to the barracks so he can put his stuff away. Easily enough, you get there, and it is roughly a block and a half away. While going through the research and development, you can tell a lot of eyes are like on you, like giving you stink eyes. It is not like a nice place to walk through. Passing through, what's everyone's past perceptions that are going to the barracks?
13.
11. It's positive.
You guys do hear, like, in the hallways, monstrous sounds of creatures maybe fighting each other or being done experiments on. You do hear, like, gaggling voices here and there. Some talking about strange rift technology. Perhaps you're not entirely sure. Others are talking about genetic code sequences, and others are talking about mana flow intake.
Well, I know nothing about the technical words that I'm hearing, but do any of these screams and growls and yowls sound like someone or something innocent being tortured?
Roll insight? Disadvantage?
Okay, disadvantage.
That one.
Um,
one.
Yep.
Wow, way to
that
call
one.
it. It is very hard to tell if something is innocent from a scream. It's definitely behind doors, and you can still hear it. It is not something of like... It's definitely in pain, but it is bestial. It is not, at the very least, from what you can tell, conscious. If you had to guess, they have some sort of monstrous creature behind doors somewhere. Whether or not it's innocent, you really can't tell.
I'm going to imagine, based on the sounds, a large and gnarly beast that had run rampant and hurt people, and they're just trying to keep it contained. Yep, that's what I'm
Possible.
imagining, so that's what's happening. Nope,
Ramon...
that's what I'm imagining, so that's what's happening.
No, that's fine. Ramon would have told you guys that the R&D department is a section of the more or less military force or police force in the city itself. The police itself is the military force. The city, in its own way, is a kingdom unto itself. But you are taken to the barracks soon afterwards. You are shown in. The attendants there give you a room that is currently unoccupied. It is very plain. It is better than you've had so far, though, so that's good. There is a bed, there is a window, and through the window you do see a nice little garden section that is not currently being attended to, but you can clearly tell it has been attended to today.
Okay. This is very nice.
Jemmy, what are you doing?
So Finder's still here, right?
Finder's still there.
All right.
Hey,
I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be familiar with this place. Apparently the Sigvald as well. You know him?
I've been around for a little while, but he's new to me, but not to this place.
Because he carved his name in the table.
Well, because clearly he knew Ramon.
No, because the name won't disappear.
Okay, yeah.
But to be fair, I also... Oh, no, I would never have done that.
I know, it's a joke.
If my name is carved in the table, Sigvald was not involved. Maybe it was Harold. I don't know, but...
But go ahead, Jemmy.
Questions for anyone new to this Section 9?
What about anyone new to Section 9, sorry?
Any recommendations?
Hmm.
Didn't mean to roll that, but...
Honestly, mate. No.
Honestly, mate.
The easiest thing to do in the city is fit in. Don't draw attention to yourself so much. They don't like things that are different, or things they don't understand. And they definitely don't understand magic.
Well, it's going to be a bit of a challenge then.
It's a hard place for people like us.
A lot of the populace is aware of magic but don't fully understand it. And that goes for many other people as well, including spellcasters. If you do have magic, you are in high demand, but at the exact same time, you are regarded in a very not nice way.
They mostly
So you're
regard
a second-class
humans with...
citizen. So
Them-
magic users are second-class citizens with utility.
Well, so long as the magic user's human, they tend to accept them for
Yeah.
their gifts, but for anyone else, it's almost viewed as an aberration caused by the magic.
They definitely look at you with, like, not disdain, but definitely suspicion. Like, if there's any trouble, you'll be more or less targeted first. It's not a nice thing, but, you know, it is what it is. That being said, I won't play it too harshly.
I've had to watch my back.
Hype Man C, because I guess
I was
he's
gonna
Hype Man
say.
C now. Like nods in affirmation.
It's a good thing you have people to watch your back. Although, I doubt they're on our payroll. Are they?
No, certainly not.
You do see the second one currently like picking up the roses and like puts them away, maybe to use later. And the first one like puts away the aluminum board he was using to put them in the air.
They're like packing up the act. Love
Yeah.
it.
Flowers are hard to come by. You have to reuse them sometimes.
Yeah.
But you'll have to hurry, because they will fade.
But Gammy, you talk with Finder about these things here and there, and you are able to tell that humans highly favored. Everyone else, eh. But that doesn't mean you'll be thrown out or discarded unless you cause trouble. That being the case, though, they are nicer right now because newcomers are coming in, and with newcomers, especially foreign newcomers, it's more of a have to act nice because people are watching kind of mentality.
They realize I'm not a dwarf.
Just
What?
a short man.
Indeed.
Well, The foreign accent still marks you as other.
Potentially true. But as you're talking things, and as Sigvald showed Finn the barracks, is there anything you're doing at the barracks, Sigvald, or are you heading somewhere else?
So, Finn, what do you do exactly?
Well, as I said, I was at the Temple Academy studying to be a Quorai Knight, and I didn't quite get to finish my training before I fell through the hole and wound up here.
If I may ask, what is a Quorai?
Quorai are great and good spirits that try to protect life, and they are fighting against an evil, dark dreaming, which is evil spirits of the same ilk. And very long time ago, many, many generations, these good
A little
spirits
closer,
of
sorry.
Quorai. Sorry, he's very soft spoken as part of the character. I'll talk louder.
Yeah, same. If I ever need to
And
be loud, you let me know.
all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, and these good spirits in their fight against the evil, dreaming dark, many generations ago, merged with, attached themselves to the bloodlines and lineages of my peoples, and that is why I look as I do, um, and why my eyes sometimes glow in deep thought or emotional distress, and it gives us a certain connections. And as I say certain connections, my mouth stops moving, but you hear, and this is one of them.
Huh, sure. As you notice, as he replies, and his mouth is not moving either.
See, well, it's like great, more telepathy. All right.
So, what you're saying is that you can walk into one's mind and just communicate to them, or can you go deeper?
As I said, I have not fully graduated to a Quorai Knight. I'm still just a student. All I can do now is communicate. But in time, I could be able to help calm emotions or bring peace.
Hmm. Well, if you can calm emotions and bring inner peace, that would be good. Really good.
I've not yet gotten to that level, but I will start meditating on it. Is this something that you require?
Well, I am something people call a lycanthrope. The reason I
Ah,
told people not to get me angry is when I get angry, I am not really myself.
the
And when
land.
I'm not myself, the only person that can control me is dead. And
I
thus, I'm a
understand.
loose cannon.
I understand. We have were creatures where I come from too. But the fact that you are here and in such excellent control of it is amazing. The were creatures where I come from are cursed people, little more than wild animals, and when they're not, they're definitely not as calm and coordinated as you are. I must say that is excellent control. But I will begin meditating to see if I can help find a way to calm your mind if you wish.
Yes.
Something I can do for a comrade. I know we just met, but if we are to be working together, we must be comrades.
I agree. But please, I would request of you to keep this information for now for yourself.
I do know how to keep secrets.
Thank you.
Your information is yours, and I have no rights to spill it.
So, what do you think of the room? It's not bad,
This
isn't
is
it?
this is excellent. It reminds me of my room at the academy. I appreciate that.
Maybe we should get back.
Of course. As we make for the door opens on its own. As we walk through, it shuts by itself. Is there a key?
Cantrips still have vocalization. No.
This is something else.
Mine don't.
As the door closes, the key turns over and appears in my pocket. Pocket.
Oh, the what appears? What?
The key.
Oh, okay. Oh, am I not to have the key to my room?
You
Or
probably
is this
do.
a shared room for all of us? Okay.
I thought it was a 2-person room, so
Yeah, let's do
we're
that.
bunkmates now.
Oh, are we roommates now? Okay.
You're
You
now.
don't get a
that
safe
key-
pocket.
Well, yeah, I could have had my own room. We could have
You're-
have shared rooms. Didn't.
yeah. You just have to be wary during a full moon.
The key kind of floats into my hand, and I put it in my pocket.
You both would have a key.
Okay.
But yeah. Congratulations. It's now canon your roommates.
Wow.
Congratulations, the two people that can mind fuck with everything are sharing a room. As the door
Good.
opens magically, closes magically, gets locked magically, and then just yoinks the key.
Yeah.
You guys can have mindfuckery competitions while me and Jimmy sleep. No.
You
So,
and Jiminy
just
Cricket.
Jemmy. Returning back without too much of an issue. Ramon.
As we're
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say as we're walking back, continuing the telepathic conversation, I ask, I've shared a bit about me, and you have shared a bit about you, but you also mentioned magics. Are you a wizard, or do your powers come erstwhile?
I don't know what it is called. My master referred to it as the powers of Wujen, but I have actually never heard that term used outside of his teachings.
Okay. Thank you for that knowledge. And we can walk back. Just short conversation.
As you walk in, like, yeah, I'm just gonna describe it this way. As you walk in, gazing into each other's eyes, Ramon does look at you, and he goes, "Oh, you're back." I did say you had an open invitation to do whatever you like today, but a job did come in if you want to check it out.
Might be good to see how we all work together.
Agreed.
There are already 2 jobs there, so pick whichever you like if you want to earn a little bit extra cash. Otherwise, feel free to do with the rest of the day however you see fit.
I'm ready to get to work.
Yes, let us see.
I
what's on
agree.
the job board.
Yeah.
Without too much issue, you're able to get to the job board because it's right there. And the job board itself is like a spell that is being cast on a flat surface. Anyone can roll Arcana to see how this is being done, but It does look impressive the first time you see it.
I
For
mean,
Finder,
I've been
this
here
would be like
before.
the 24th time you've seen it. It still looks impressive, but you already probably know how it looks. And same with Sigvold. So just Jemmy and Finn, I guess.
Gemini
I'm
Cricket.
impressed.
You just touch the title and it expands into a description of the job.
There are 3 titles.
So,
One is known as the Found Ruins. One is known as Feline Catastrophe. And one is known as Looking for Local Helpers.
It
Where
might.
is
sorry, your mic's cutting out.
Oh, I stopped talking because I heard someone say, "Where is?"
Yeah, I was talking to Jemmy. Jemmy, did you lose audio?
No, I haven't gone mute.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
quite frankly, I'm more interested in ancient ruins, but it might be a good idea to build some goodwill in the community.
Like, I'll give you details if you want to like look through all of them.
On mute.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay. The newest one, which would be the Lost Found Ruins. So that is the first one you can easily discern because it's at the top. Touching it, you do see that it expands and it does give it a descriptor. Newly found ruins in the desert area in the terrain of the Red Scorpions. Advisory indicating that there are monsters in the area. Giant scorpions. Do be advised that this is clearance level 3. That being said, new ruins have been discovered and potentially new archived knowledge can be found. A team of up to 5 can explore this without any overseeing governing body. Basically just means without someone higher up looking after you.
Without a babysitter.
Yes, without a surveillance agent to go with you. Job is of your own discretion. Must be cleared and verified through your governing board. Just means Ramon. Sorry, I was quiet there because there was a motorcycle near me.
I
Anyways,
heard the motorcycle.
job payout is 50 gold per individual.
What's the local help one?
The one that states looking for local workers does state need local workers, compensation pay of something in my shop, need to clean up, potential danger of chemical work. Underneath it does read local alchemist, job pay is left blank.
The pay is whatever we can scrounge in the store.
Yeah. The other one, which is Feline Catastrophe, indicates lost cat in city. Please find, pay handsomely. Only 5 people can look for cat. And then underneath it has payout, and it does read 100 gold per individual. You can roll insights or anything with a nature. Yeah, any of the jobs.
100 gold for what?
Per individual.
Yeah.
I want to roll insight on the catastrophe.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the catastrophe or was that the seeking help alchemist needs chemical cleanup?
A catastrophe.
No, that
one.
was the catastrophe.
The alchemist has
Oh.
blank in payout. Cat catastrophe has 100 gold per, and Lost Ruins is 50 gold per.
They must really love their cat.
You must really love their cat. Yeah, Jimmy, they must really love their cat. Like, who knows? Maybe it's a family cat that they like maybe lost and they're like looking to scrounge up. That
Oh,
totally
God,
checks
it's-
out.
It's a fucking tiger, isn't it?
For Sigvold, sorry, no wait, yeah, it's that name. For Sigvold and Finn, both of you can tell that there is something up with this payout. You first must meet with the employer to finalize the job and get paid out, or you can start the job immediately but will receive no further information. That being said, though, you can take on this job of 100 gold, but at the exact same time, that amount of payout only means two things. One, they're withholding information, or two, you're dealing with a noble. And sometimes dealing with a noble is not worth the job. And because you both rolled so well, roll me a history check. You might know who this person is. I'm not saying if it's good or bad, just saying that you might have a clearer vision on things. Not high enough to get good information, but Sigvold and Finn, you do know the nobleman name at the very least, based off of the insignia on the job board. It does have a rose with like blue petals and a Pegasus ordained flying up in the sky. This family crest is known as the Oh, I've never had to use this family before. Interesting. You know that this family crest belongs to the Blue Sky, or whatever their name is. Honestly, probably you don't pay attention to nobility, especially you, Finn. And Sigvold, it'd probably be someone maybe you haven't done business with, but potentially someone in Noche has. They are I wouldn't say mediocre family, but they are a family that is climbing up the ranks, which means sometimes they're vicious depending on who it is. You just don't really know who in that family is giving this job.
Who or whom?
Who or whom, yeah.
The pay is reasonably well, but given what little I have learned about nobles in this place, is that still worth the entanglement, at least at this particular juncture? That was just an open statement posed to the other three.
Maybe it would be wisdom if we first did some other jobs before we would get ourselves entangled into nobility. As the nobility in this place is rather vicious.
Well, cleaning a shop is not my idea of pilgrimage material, so it's either the cat or the exploration.
I would be delighted to go on an exploration, although I do feel the goodwill of a local alchemist would yield benefits in the future.
Yes, that was the one with no.
To live long
pay
enough to get to the future, you don't know how much arsenic could be involved.
But yeah, that was the one with no current
no
visible
pay
pay.
And information being withheld.
No, the information being withheld is the cat catastrophe. The alchemist one is no current pay,
plastic.
but you find whatever you find there, and he needs help cleaning up.
Something from within a shop was the reward, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sweepings are.
If we are above cleaning up, then perhaps the ancient ruins. Although I'm not above cleaning up.
Partial to brightening someone's day by bringing back their cat, but exploration's fine too.
I'm not above any of these jobs, but yes, it does seem that the safest bet for our first foray would be the ruins, I guess. or at least that's the one with the best consensus.
Sigvold,
You agree?
opinions?
About
What to do?
that is the question.
Yes.
Currently, everyone's second choice is the ancient ruins, which means it's the group's choice so far.
True.
My only misgivings are dealing with the nobles at such a tender juncture, so I'd have no problems cleaning either. But for some reason, the noble catastrophe might be best suited for later.
I
That's
tend
my
to
only
agree.
input. So everybody's second choice is the Mr. Jemmy here. Your first choice is the ruins, so I think that's.
I thought his first
Well,
choice was cats, and then your first. What was your first choice? I forgot.
My first choice was the catastrophe, simply because I thought it could be helping
Okay.
until I rolled all my insights with it being dealing with nobles, and
Yeah.
with the noble that just came in and left, I'm not sure I want to do that. Jimmy, the first one you said was the ruins. Finder, you said you're not above cleaning up.
Actually,
but
I
you
was
did say
partial
also
to the
the
cat.
ruins.
Yeah. Anyway, Sigvold
Finder, you
cast
did
your
say
fucking
ruins
vote.
Second
first.
choice.
Anyway, Sigvold.
To be fair, I would prefer to wait
Murder
with
you all.
nobility.
No.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna say that out loud. I may not be able to lie, but I can still withhold information, Dogma.
I know.
I crave blood. Always.
I just look at Finder, keep my mouth shut, and I said, I'm not a vampire, you snake person.
You went and lived in their city, didn't you?
So
You still
not
smell
all
like
people
it.
in Noche are vampires.
But they
But
all
yeah.
live under vampire rule, don't they?
Yep, they do. But that's besides the point. I really am not intrigued by any nobility at this current moment in time. They are usually more problems than solutions. Even more when they are being vague about everything except for the problem. So,
True. Okay, so for sure, nobility is out right now until like further establishment of yourselves is
Sounds
clear.
like we're going to the desert.
Yep.
Why doesn't someone get a pitcher of endless water while I make us some parasols?
you mean a
Is there
decanter?
a magic? Is there a magic
There's
shop
an
around
item
here?
repository.
Walks over to the item repository next to the job board.
Oh, that's not just a place to put things. We can take stuff from here.
You
Yes.
need to return it at the end of a mission or you will be charged its full value.
Ah. I
Yeah.
see.
Okay, so Dagba,
Yes.
I would like one decanter of endless water.
Let's
And
see here. Mentor of endless water.
That was the first uncommon magic item I ever got in any campaign ever a Dogma, and I got it from right there.
Yes. It is uncommon. This is a level 3 classification level, so it is allowed within this mission parameter. Okay.
Yep. And an orb of direction.
Oh, but what now?
An orb of direction.
What?
It's a cool compass.
It's a compass. It tells you which way is north. Magical north, not
Yes.
magnetic north.
I actually have no idea what I want to get. I was just throwing out Decanter of Endless Water because it's the only one that I think.
Oh,
Orb of
you asked me to
direction.
Orb of direction. It's a common magical item.
Yep, allowed within the parameters of the mission. Yep.
Okay.
So far the total for you would be 700 gold. Don't lose them.
Oh yeah, shit, of course, because it's me taking them out. I have to put them back in again. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, do we know how far away this desert?
It is a
Objective.
day and a half worth of travel.
Take me home.
Ba, 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 ba.
Okay. I have a suggestion.
Oh no.
If everybody might be willing in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Concerning.
Concerned.
Why don't we just fly there?
And how are we simply flying there?
I think
A
that
broom of
conference over
flying.
there is airborne capable.
I'm sorry, a broom. There are 4 rather hefty individuals here.
4 brooms of flying. We each take one and get there quickly and get back.
Is broom of
They are
flying
uncommon
really
item.
an uncommon? That is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Broom of flying is uncommon. Weighs 3
That
pounds.
is.
Carries 1 person. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. I
You know what? The reason I don't want to do that is because if I was the DM and I knew that was rules as written, guess what would be the most fragile thing in the fucking universe?
no that I'm just gonna say you what Dogma's gonna say in 30 seconds. This magical item is
Sorry,
to...
this machine is out of stock.
No, not that. No. This machine will just say, for the tier of this mission, this is not an allowed item.
No, this is allowed. I knew
But
someone would do it.
But like 4 of them?
Not 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can't just each come up to this kiosk and check out our own broom and then each return it when we come back?
No. There's
Not
only
how this
one
works.
item in there.
There's no duplicates.
Yes.
And I did not know that. Okay, in that case, never mind.
Well, your character would not know that either, so...
True.
Yeah, sorry.
That it is basically Sigvald and Finder explaining to you that even though there are a lot of items in this repository, none of them are duplicates.
You
Ah.
scan through the item work, and it does not register 2 brooms. It does register a broom, though. You know what? Let's make it 2 brooms. But an individual can get a uncommon item and a common item.
For this mission.
Correct.
Well,
So am I correct in seeing that a cloak of protection is uncommon?
Oh, that thing.
If someone's
uncommon,
already
yeah.
using the decanter.
Yeah, I already pulled out a decanter and an orb of direction.
Alright, then screw it. No,
you need
that's
the
lame.
decanter? I can generate water.
Yeah, but that costs you.
So is breaking that decanter.
Okay, I'll take Eyes of the Eagle. +2 on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Okay, you take out Eyes of the Eagle. That is roughly worth... Oh, that is a lot. I'm just going to say 500 gold.
I was gonna be like, do I take it back? Oh shit.
I'm going to say 500 gold. I'm not going to make you pay the entire thing.
Jeez. All right.
Do we know what we're looking for at the temple? Do we have a description of information?
You know the location,
or
the temple description. You do not know what you're looking for. It's been newly discovered, and they're assigning you the job to not put
Die.
any of their people in danger.
Well, in that case, if I'm understanding this kiosk, I would like to check out a bag of holding.
Yep.
Bag of holding is an
That's-
uncommon item that is allowed within the spectrum of this mission.
It is
I was
a
just
straight
gonna
up
find-
expensive one, though.
It's
What if we
500
find
gold.
some? Yeah,
Only
what if we find
500?
something?
It depends
What
on
if
the
we
bag,
find
but
several
yeah.
Yeah, what if we find several something larges and we have to bring them back? You know.
No, I'm on board.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
thought it was real expensive.
Oh, okay.
Certain variants of the bag are expensive, but a standard one is 500 gold.
Yeah, the ones made by Prada are like really expensive, but the normal ones are not.
My favorite
we're
is the
allowed-
bag of colding, just because it's a pun.
And we're allowed one common and one uncommon. So my uncommon is a bag of holding for this expedition, and so I'm done. Yeah, I'll step back and think if there's anybody else who would like something. I won't take your place in line there.
No, I'm going to keep using the Cloak of Billowing, because I think that will be funny and actually generate a breeze.
But you already have a cloak of protection, so
No,
Are-
no,
are-
no. I
are
didn't
you
take.
doubling on
I,
cloaks?
I didn't take the Cloak of Protection. I took the eyes of the eagle.
Yeah, that the
Wisdom perception checks, even though I'm still gonna really chonk those.
yeah, maybe Lammy should have taken those.
I can still let someone else wear them.
Jemmy, is there anything you take out of the repository?
Jimmy's gonna try and stay within his means.
That makes sense.
Gotta stay within the means. of-
Actually, Jemmy, are you good at perceiving things with your eyes?
I think I'm reasonably observant.
Oh yeah, our
Hmm.
goggles
Well,
of
I-
night common or uncommon.
Common.
Uncommon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I
Okay.
think we best, once we gather our rations, tents, and hey, look, I made parasols because I can woodwork and everything.
That's nice.
True. Okay.
Oops,
Uh,
sorry.
Rations for 2 days, because you need, rations for there and rations back, would be, from what I remember, 10 copper pieces. So you
A
need a
ration-
total of 20 copper pieces.
I often find it's good to go overboard on having food. I'm
Great.
going to get double.
I still
I
have
have-
14 rations, so I'm okay.
I have 10 rations, so I should be well and enough for someone else. Even if we're doubling up, then it's 5 days each for 2 people. You feed all 4 of us for
You're gonna have.
2 meals.
Okay, fair enough.
Are the 10 copper covered how much? Just like one ration?
Yeah.
All right. And what's our estimated round trip?
2 days, unless someone really messes up.
2 days minimum.
Yeah, and depending on how long we explore there, it could be 3.
That's true.
maybe even 4.
When it was copper, do you have any idea how ungodly cheap that is? Moving on.
I thought rations were 5 silver.
Oh, was
Gosh, no.
it?
Shush now, chatty monkey.
You do not know what my flaw. Soap, you know what my flaw is.
1 day
Or
rations.
is
blah,
it
blah,
George
blah.
Washington or Benjamin Franklin? I forget.
What?
Oh, yep. 5 silver pieces.
I
Uh,
cut down a cherry tree.
I'm gonna say if you get them through the R&D department, they give you a discount.
Group
It's
discount.
our first mission discount.
Yeah. So it's still basically a silver for this mission. For a day's worth of rations.
I'll grab 2 of them.
Okay.
Double it up for me.
Your assistants get whatever they want, and then they realize that they're not going with you with this assignment
Mhm.
specifically.
If you like the, Sorry, for some reason I literally have Lemmy in my head now. Sorry, glass of that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But you break the
I
bad
guess I'll
news
just have to introduce myself a lot more.
to your teammates, which is basically your attendants. But they'll be waiting here until you return. But soon enough, you have your standard gear, the new equipment that you've taken up. Finn, if you lose your equipment, you do owe 500 gold. Sigvold, 700 gold. Jimmy, you're fine. You didn't take anything out of your means. Finder, 500 gold.
Why did I even do that? Anyway, moving on.
Don't lose anything.
That is the wisdom of this conversation. Don't lose shit. Or you are in deep shit.
As you travel the land and throughout the desert area, you are able to get out of the city without too much of an issue. There stands various guards attending the doorway, and they more or less let you out. It is all up to you to die out there if you choose to die out there. One of the attendants do state, all right then, as stated beforehand, if some of you do return, you will be scanned to see what items you have in your possession. Any potential danger you claim to the land, it will be sought out as a potential risk factor to all of you, so don't cause any trouble out there or here. If you do die
Or
out there,
anywhere.
we will not be, yes. If you do die out there, we will not be looking for your body, so if there are any last will and testimonies you need assigned, I do suggest you do so before you head out there.
Everybody I cared about is dead. It doesn't really.
Kind of weird to have owls out in the desert.
Fair enough. I just chose the first thing I could find.
It's fine. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one says caravan. I'm going to put caravan.
You can never be too diligent with your lost will and testament.
Fair enough. As you enter into the desert area after basically leaving the frontier of Haven, those of you that know the desert well, which is none of you, because you just travel through it, you don't live into it, there are 2 things you can do. One, you can help one another out to survive, but all of you do need to make a survival check. If you get lost, you will get lost and you will eat a day's worth of travel without
Doug
getting
Mo?
there.
Dogma, we have a map, and we know which way is north.
Yes.
Yes.
The only problem is people potentially not following.
I am just gonna
Because
follow
you
the
guys
map
do have a
in the
map,
direction.
I will give you advantage on your rolls.
Sigvald is the one with the water. I'm staying close
And-
to him.
Yeah. And
Sigvald,
the orb of direction.
because you have
Sigvald,
a
do you have the map?
map
Yeah.
and the orb, you will have advantage +3. You guys
Yeah.
just need to beat a 12. You all have advantage. Don't mess
That's
up is all I'm
+3.
saying.
I am going. Sigvad, don't do that yet.
Advantage.
Sigvald, sorry. As we're making these rolls, I wanted to touch Sigvald's shoulder and give him a little pointer on map reading from what I learned back in my home.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was pretty bad. Well, you
Okay,
still
so
have
it's a
100 roll.
17.
Oh, I think I recognize expert guidance when I see it.
Okay, Finn, you need to roll as well. You do have advantage on
Oh.
it.
Okay, I thought my role was.
Allow me to offer
guidance
some
saving.
expert guidance.
No, all the guidance.
You guys just barely passed. For some of you.
14. I got a.
Yeah.
I got a
Okay. I was gonna
15.
say. Yeah, I got a
Concerning.
25.
Concerning for some of you.
Got started.
You manage to get into the desert and you don't lose time. You don't lose much of anything. Thanks to the map and the orb, you're able to get there without too much of an issue. However, you do encounter something before you reach the site. You're able to take your rest, consume one of your rations, but you do wind up here.
Please, it's not a purple worm.
No.
We gasp.
I remember last time.
Before you, there are a menagerie of creatures in the area, but all of them do seem to be giant scorpions. There are a variety of small ones, which are basically 3-foot tall scorpions. And then there is the big one that you can see basically staring at you, but not directly towards you. What do you do? If you try to avoid, you can attempt it, but there are potential dangers not seen. If you try to go around, you might lose time as
Oh,
well.
I hate the desert.
Well,
Oh.
if these
Better been
creatures were
warning.
to
I'm
be-
not the slightest bit sneaky.
If these creatures were to be left alive, would they just kill other poor travelers along this harsh desert?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Then perhaps it's our duty to protect the innocent by removing the dangers.
I would love to audibly facepalm, but I shan't, because that may alert them of our location.
I apologize, I didn't catch all that. Can you say it again just so I can hear it?
Is
I
there
would
a
like
permanent
to-
imprint in the shape of a handprint on his forehead?
Are you face palming because I want to protect the innocent?
Yes.
Okay. No, that was above board. That wasn't the character, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. That is basically what Sigvald said. I would like to audibly facepalm, but that may warn them to our location.
But yeah,
That's
here are your
literally what Sigvald said.
basic things that you can do. Try to sneak through, but you might be seen. Try to go around, but that'll require time. Or attack them, I guess. There's always the fourth thing that I haven't thought of, but up to you. If any of
I
you,
would-
like, I don't know, can speak to animals.
I would.
Only snaky snakes. Are we
Let me
trying
double
to...
check.
Wait.
Scorpi.
Sigvald, are we trying to get to the left canyon or to the right one?
Right one.
I look at the map. It's the right one.
We don't have to sneak 2 by 2 many for that, but
Yeah.
I fear I will put us at a disadvantage. I'm wearing
Um,
scale mail. We want to use scale mail. Haha. Air horns.
okay. Where is my telepathy?
I also have scale mail on.
Yeah. How close are we to all this mess? Like,
Far enough away that you're not concerned that they'll spot you, but close enough that, I don't know, if they can somehow cast magic, you'll be hit.
okay, so within 120 feet.
Yeah.
If I was actually persuasive, I have a stupid plan, but I'm not, so I shan't. Also, I cannot do that anyways because character problems. So I shall not.
Hmm.
That was a great little teaser. Thanks.
So, I very quietly glance over, and from what I can apparently see are the looks on your faces. Just attacking them is not not
Preferred.
first choice.
No.
If you think we can outrun the big one, it could work.
I think the four of us together can take out the big one. Fight as a team.
Why bother?
Sigvald
suppose.
and
We can
Gemi,
just let it run off and
Jemmy,
go ahead.
both of you roll nature checks.
Okay.
Not a good roll for me.
With Jemmy's current expeditional means, they might know a thing or two about the scorpions. And Sigvald, you literally had to travel through the desert to get to the city. So did Finn. But Sigvald, you've been in the desert far longer. I will give Finn and Finder nature checks as well, but with disadvantage.
Alright, so disadvantage.
I was once here long ago. Nature. Oh man. Oh, if I didn't have disadvantage.
Well, only one of you really needed to pass. And thankfully enough, one of you did. So Sigvald, it makes sense that you would know a thing or two about here. You've been on missions beforehand, although not with this team. The scorpions here, especially the big ones, are very dangerous. If one of them does attack you and uses their vice grip claws to hit you, they basically grapple you, and well, you can't move when they have you grappled. And they have two claws, so they can just slam you into the ground and you just take damage, so be careful with that. If you are grappled with their first attack, they can just slam and auto hit you with the second, so be careful of that. They also have their stinger. Their stinger is very poisonous, and it could almost kill a man if they aren't military trained or otherwise. Even if they are, they could still kill you.
So what you say is that Stinger does 4 damage because a man only has 4 hit points.
Oh, for sure. A non-trained man will just die.
Okay.
So 8 at least because overkill. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand.
With the smaller scorpions, you believe that they won't have the poisonous thing, but they can definitely pinch you real hard.
Yeah, I will.
Citizen Snoops.
I will convey this to the party.
Okay. Well, if that is the case, perhaps I can draw it off.
If you were one of the ones who's good at sneaking, why would you draw it off?
Oh, simple.
Yeah, man.
Just kind of glance over. I turn around and just poke one eyeball, part of my face out, looking in this direction. And let's see here. Gonna do it. Going to. Come on. Stop. There we go.
Stop hitting
Going
yourself.
Over here. I can see over here, or maybe on this side.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick up a little rock and start knocking it on this big rock.
Okay. Just the way you're describing it?
Yeah, just down low so they can't see the movement. They just hear the noise coming from right there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll persuasion check. DC to beat 14.
I would like to feel my energies flow through me calmly. Performance, you said?
Basically, persuasion.
Oh, there it is, persuasion.
Yeah, 17.
17?
You are able to knock into the area, and the big scorpion is aware of this. Because none of you can communicate with animals, you do hear a little sound, and the other small scorpions also clack in turn, and one of them heads over in this direction.
Okay, what about these two?
They don't move.
They don't move at all?
No. At a certain point, do you stop, or do you keep doing it?
Is this guy moving? Or he at least sees it, right? He turned in that direction?
They heard it, did a whole clacking sound and weird noises towards the smaller scorpions near that area, and one of them is investigating.
Okay, as soon as this one would get close enough to see the little tiny rock that I picked up to bang on the big rock, I'm going to very quickly but gently set it down so he can't find what was making the noise.
Okay. Perception, disadvantage. Yeah, doesn't notice it. Looks around and then makes a whole clack, 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 clack sound, and the giant scorpion is now going to potentially perceive something.
No.
Everyone, go ahead and roll for me stealth checks. You get
Okay.
no advantage. I just want to see if any of you beat a 17.
Yeah, so if we're just standing completely still and doing nothing, do we still get disadvantage in
You
the
still
heavy
roll.
armor?
Jam-
Yeah,
you-
You
roll
just
the
roll
rate.
normally. You just roll normally.
Oh. Alright.
I should have done that. Too bad.
The giant scorpion is basically looking around.
All right, I see the heavy armor is built in, although my first roll is the one that matters.
Makes sense. 11, 3, 17.
1, 2.
First one only mattered, so that is still a 3 and a 20.
Yeah.
Finder, surprisingly enough, you're the only one that it didn't notice, but it noticed the rest of your team. Everyone go ahead and roll
I
turn
made a
order.
17.
/
Finder's
initiative.
that
You need to
puppet.
beat a 17.
Oh, okay.
I
If it
thought
needs-
it was the other way around because he
By the
is
way,
actively the perceiving one. We are the ones hiding. So we are the defender in this. But doesn't matter. He still seems me and
Half of your team was found.
and Jimmy are got dang out.
Why do people keep changing Jemmy's name?
Yeah,
Okay,
you-
let me.
Jimmy, like a gem.
Yeah, because he's a gem. Initiative, eh?
I guess it's my fault since I messed up the name first.
For me, it's just gonna be a running gag.
2, 3,
No
4.
valid token
Man.
was selected. Okay.
Finder is flat-footed. Cannot get a good initiative roll. Out of the 2 I've rolled.
There we go. For some reason, I didn't want to take my initiative.
I don't know why. Maybe Roll20 is acting up because it has been. Oh wow, one of the scorpions got 19.
Damn.
Ooh, 3 of them.
But as soon as it finds you guys, it like does a whole clackety clack clack sound, and immediately the other scorpions are actively aware of its surroundings and your surroundings, which means, well, you're now facing enemies that are aware of you.
No surprise round.
No surprise round, and also no surprise condition, basically. Sigvold, you know that something is happening. Like, you've been spotted. What do you do?
First, I need to double check my spells. Because I don't remember like half of the shit my character does. That's been a while. Do I even have it written? Well, fuck it. We're just gotta do the thing that I always love to do. Larger, smaller. Yep. What was the range again? Yeah, 120 feet. Yeah, I'm good. I am gonna use my psychic hammer on the big guy.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good thing we got his attention right off the bat.
A choice you make, guard, unless it is already or underwater.
can move it in any direction except for upwards.
Yes.
If you fail your strength save. Why did I go for the strength save and not the int save? Because I'm a dub.
It's fine. This
It's
creature
my new
isn't
character.
invulnerable to anything. It only has a +2. That's 7. It fails.
Nice.
Okay, it takes 3 points of force damage, and it got moved to over here.
A force
Oh,
wall
gross.
just obliterates and beams into the thing, forcing it into the wall for 3 points of force damage. Movement
Ooh,
or bonus action?
effects.
Shit, I completely forgot something. That is really annoying. I had advantage on stealth checks. Okay,
Curse new characters?
there's old characters that are new.
Alright, yeah,
that would be my
that one's actually on you.
Why do I always play characters that have random advantage on things?
Why are you going left? We're trying to go right.
Oh yeah, good point. We're going right. Because there
Lure
was
the big one around to the
hide
left.
behind. Yeah, there we go. End of turn.
You sprint away from the rest of the team. One of the scorpions makes its next move, and surprisingly enough, that is so close to your team. It is not able to attack you on this turn, but it is able to get to Sigvald with the rest of its turn.
Okay. Well, I know who's getting hammered next.
Finn.
I dashed.
Finn,
Ooh.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's simple enough. And these things are like 3 feet big, so they're like Doberman sized.
I guess.
Okay. Just making sure there weren't something to step on.
No. If you do step on them, they can probably bite back.
I stride right on over, and I take a nice big swing. My rapier. Whoopsh. Come on. Why aren't you doing it? Come on.
Came in. There we go.
Yeah, I was only trying to roll once. I don't know where the glitch came in. Sorry.
It's all good. Unfortunately, though, 11 does not hit.
No flank.
Okay.
No flanking, right?
Well,
No
Oh,
flanking.
sad thoughts, no.
It makes things too easy.
let's see here. With my bonus action, I would. We're kind of up against the end of the map here.
There
I
is
would
more
like to
further
use
back.
this- Yeah. I'm going to imagine that because I would like to bonus action. Okay, push.
Polykinetic
DC
push.
13.
Whoosh.
DC 13 strength save.
Okay, these guys have a +1 to their strength save. And fail.
You should have knocked it prone first.
Well, it push it 5 feet in any direction or knock it
Yeah.
prone. So I'll go ahead and
Guys.
do the.
No spoilers, but I took the grease spell, so things are working out for us if I get a higher freaking initiative next time.
So is it
Yeah,
prone or is it
problem.
pushed?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and prone it.
Should I prone or should I go now? Do.
I was thinking about pushing it 5 feet, but it's only 5 feet. It'll just come right back. But if it's prone, then anybody else can get an attack before its next attack at advantage.
Yeah.
So prone.
You hit this creature with attempt it with your rapier, diving it, but it moves and you dive it into the dirt. While that movement does not persist quite well, you use the rest of your energy to prone the creature into the ground. Jemmy.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast Toll the Dead on that thing.
Nice.
All right. Has it taken damage?
Yep.
Has taken damage.
Okay, then
wait,
if it fails its
has
will
it?
wisdom save, it's yeah.
No,
The
not
big
this
guy
one.
has taken
The
damage.
big guy has taken
Small
damage.
guy
Oh,
hasn't.
the big guy. Okay, sorry.
Oh, big guy's out of range. The little one, if it doesn't take damage, then the 8's the one that would take effect if it fails its save.
Okay, it has a -1 to its wisdom.
You're telling me
2.
spiders aren't wise?
Scorpions.
Scorpions?
It takes only 8 points of damage, but it is already bloodied.
Wait, it was
Immediately.
already bloodied?
No, it is already bloodied now.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Totally dead. Ringing the bell into it. Just a good half portion of the body is now decaying and rotting away. It doesn't look good, but that's the entire point of what you did. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Finder.
Hey. To move my 30 feet here. And because my steel defender moves on the same turn order as I do, but just slightly after, but whatever, I'm gonna have it attack that thing that's done been blooded. A 12? Oh, that's not great.
A 12 is its AC, so it does it.
Alright.
Nice.
I think it wasn't wearing heavy armor.
No, thankfully enough. The steel defender's jaws just clamped into the creature and bite it, basically ultimately cutting it in half. It was prone, and melee attacks do have advantage, so even if you didn't hit, you probably would have hit.
When it clamps down on it, there's kind of like a metal on metal, not screech, but kind of like, you know, like and that's why it's called honk.
Okay.
Honk, honk.
Honk does succeed. Finder, do you do anything?
I don't want to eat that.
Yeah, I've got a blunderbuss here, and
You
guess
should
who's
have range.
Yeah,
An angel with a shadow.
so that looks good, right?
I think just about everything except for the big guy, you would have just standard attack.
I'll get for the thing that's directly in my way,
Look.
and I hope you don't mind, but I already infused it because that's what
Yeah, you would have had time to do so. Infusing it with a geared up bonus, you are able to attack with an 18. I mentioned beforehand, 12 it is AC. And with the first shot, it bangs in and it is almost dead. Not quite, but it is almost dead.
Ooh, I really don't think I have any bonus actions at this point. So I will hand it off to the next person.
The next person is the enemy.
Boo.
The scorpion you just hit will be rushing towards your direction.
Yep.
It can't get to you fully on its turn. Well, it can. It just can't attack you. But it'll still do so. That being
Oh,
said,
sorry. My bonus action, actually, just for clarity further, my bonus action was commanding the thing to attack my construct.
Okay.
That costs a bonus action. Don't
Okay.
let me forget that.
no problem. I already knew that, but good thing you clarified. However, the scorpion is technically above everyone, so it will take a sprint heading towards your direction and gonna make an acrobatics check to see if it can get to you on this turn and still have room to attack.
I push it back and still it gets there. Man, what does it move? It 100 feet?
No, it's basically like jumping off at an arc distance. It probably won't be able to do it, but I'm gonna try it.
Come on. Not one.
18.
That's not a nat one.
Let's see. It came over here. It got here. So that is 15 feet of movement. The rest of the movement is
Damage.
here. It did get 18, so I'm going to say it got an extra 10 feet.
Oh,
But that's
God.
just out of range of you
Fudge.
guys, so it cannot attack you just yet. Spends the rest of its
So
movement to
it
get to
just
you.
like, straight up jumped down that little incline. That was nothing. That was like 10 feet.
Is this thing here a up or a down?
It is an up. So it technically crawls up and is like in range with Finder, but it can't attack you this turn.
All right, just out of curiosity, how far is this? Is this like a 10-foot fall or a 5-foot fall?
It's like 8 feet, but this thing is taller than 8 feet.
Okay.
I
That
don't
is
like
its
what's
turn.
happening right now.
Smaller scorpions will spend their entire turn to get to you guys. They can only get so far. Sigvold.
I am. I'm really pulling out the wizard trope today. I truly apologize. Um. Let's not use that. I am not gonna use. I cannot do that yet. I'm not gonna use that either. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put down a little ice sheet in a 20-foot radius, which is nice. So first I have gotta move to here-ish. Come on, let me move. And I am gonna put down an ice sheet here, to 20 feet. Oh wait, so I need to go here. Yeah, basically from this point in a 20-foot radius, I'm gonna put down an ice sheet. Okay, so do we have any AoE thingies? Don't, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like it's a 20-foot radius, so it's a squircle. Circles. How does this work again? If you hold Alt, it.
Just so you're aware, that square is basically a 10-foot radius.
Yeah. So. 4.
So this big?
Seems like it'd be big enough to cover everything anyway.
Yeah, like this big, I believe.
Hey.
Yeah.
How do I pick this up and move it?
You'd be able to
Yeah,
point
move.
at the edge of it. You should be able to drag it.
Nope.
Around the line.
I cannot pick it up.
I got it.
I
Oh,
need
you probably had to
get
switch
all of
over to select move.
I had to pick up. I had to take all of it. That is the problem. Basically, I wanted to be
If you adjust
here-ish.
a little more, yeah, you can get that one as well.
Yep. That is my circle of ice. Yes, and we're in the middle of the desert, and I am just gonna park some ice down. Which
Hey, you know
does-
what? Wet ice is slippery ice.
Yep. Also, these guys have really spindly legs, right?
More or less, yeah.
No grip. No, you know full well that actually gives them good grip. Shush.
And for my bonus action, I am gonna switch from my chameleonic focus to mastery of air, so I can ignore difficult terrain while walking
Okay.
and don't take falling damage. But that's my turn.
Okay. Using your magic, you cast in an air of ice and snow, blockading the area heavily. most of the scorpions are in that difficult terrain, but, let's see what happens next. This one's dead. Nothing happens there. Finn.
I'm gonna go ahead and move 10 feet. And take a big old swing on this ugly guy. Let's see here. Normal, no advantage.
Try to knock him prone first.
Oh, I was gonna. Oh yeah, knock a prone with my. Yeah. I can use my bonus action before my attack action, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Is there a size limitation?
The shove action. They're
Nope.
very well.
It's
It's just a contested.
No, he has something
as a
better.
bonus action. As a
he has
bonus
something.
action, you can. As a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature which you can see within 30 feet of you. When you do so, it must succeed a strength DC of 8 plus proficiency plus the ability modifier, which is intelligence, or be moved 5 feet toward you, away from you, prone any direction. The creature can willingly fail this save. It does not say anything about size.
Plus 2. That's a 4.
It's prone.
All right.
Okay,
Knock
your
him
attack
prone,
has advantage,
and then-
so go ahead and roll again.
It's a 21 or a
Nice.
9.
21 hits.
21.
Okay, there's an additional 11 points of damage. You are able to hit this thing after causing your mental fortitude to swipe in the legs, causing it to hit the ground momentarily, allowing you to stab into the creature. While it's not dead, it definitely took damage. Anything else?
That was. No, that's it. That's my action, my bonus action, and I'm gonna kind of stay up here with Finder because I'm not 100% sure about how beefy he is yet.
That's fair. It doesn't look
I'll stay right
bloodied,
here.
but it does look hurt. Jemmy.
The big scorpion is prone.
Yes.
Yes.
Giving
And her-
melee attacks advantage.
Alright, well, in that case, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And I am going to summon a large angry beetle right next to the scorpion. Well, like right there's good. I guess I can.
Go ahead and have the beetle roll a dexterity saving throw.
It's not an actual
it's
creature.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a floating
It's-
inanimate object, basically.
He just made his look like a bug instead of a hammer or a sword.
Damn good
Alright.
spell. A damn good spell.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the attack on that. And attack rolls a
I'm surprised
13.
I'm surprised it's not a floating bag of money or a giant deck of playing cards.
I thought it would be a camera, so it could film everything he does.
Oh, it's got to be a fancy maze. Sorry.
Is
good.
that what we're calling it these days?
13 is the highest one, which is not enough, I'm afraid, to hit it. Well, it doesn't go prone.
Alright.
Your spiritual weapon goes around in a circle, while the sheet of ice is there.
I believe casting a spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
It is.
Yeah.
And when the first time you cast it,
Yes.
it gives a free swing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Any
got his regular
cantrips
action.
or regular
Yes.
actions? Or...
Alright, well, in that case, I am going to go ahead and try and hit it with Toll the Dead.
Okay. The big guy or the smaller one? Both of them have been hit.
Guess the big one, if that's what everybody's suddenly focusing on.
Okay. It's already been hit, so if it does fail, it takes all 10 damage. Wisdom is negative 1.
5.
Ten.
Loads
Fails.
into viscera. No.
Thankfully enough, using Toll of the Dead, it chimes in and it takes the full brunt attack. You can tell it is now considered bloodied, but it is still raring to go. Anything else?
I'm done.
Okay, you still have a bit of movement if you want to take it.
Yeah, but also have a feeling I'd be taking an opportunity attack, which I don't feel like dealing with.
That's fair. You caught me. Finder.
Okay, so because Finder and Honk, a little spider, move at the same time, right? I can. If you'll allow me, I'll have Honk come up and attack the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, sorry. Opening my thing, attacking.
$18 does hit, and with 6 plus the already damaged vessel, like Honk before, just bites into this creature and eviscerates it. It's gross to look at. Maybe don't keep looking at it.
Okay. So then I'm going to move up here, Honk there, and I am going to move out of range, which I know can provoke an attack of opportunity. I'm aware of that. Which is why Honk is there to use his reaction to impose disadvantage on that.
Okay. I would have said he had disadvantage anyways because he's prone.
Fair enough. Then I don't use his reaction, but the same
You
thing
can if you want
happens.
to.
I mean, I guess it makes me feel special.
Fair enough.
No, I'll put him in sake somebody else has like a ranged attack or something.
Yeah. The giant one tries to grab onto you. Disadvantage anyways. That's a natural 1. It doesn't.
And see, no, my only damage cantrip does poison damage, which I feel like isn't going to do a lot to this scorpion. And then he's prone, which technically gives me disadvantage on a ranged attack. But
On ranged attacks, it is disadvantage, but you could still hit.
Let's see. You know what I'll do? I'll attack the one that's beside Gem. Right?
Yeah, totally within range.
Get a little. I still had plenty of, so I'll get the eyeline on that. I'll try and snipe that little guy. I
Oh
see
yeah, 25 does
yeah.
hit. 9 points of damage. You shoot your blunderbuss directly towards it. It hits it. It doesn't outright kill it, but it is very hurt. Almost close to bloodied, but not quite there.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does mean that the surviving bugs do move. And unfortunately, I can't find a bug token, so for now, your bug, Jemmy, is that circle.
Alrighty.
How do I not have a bug? That makes no sense. That guy's dead, so Giant Scorpion. Giant Scorpion uses half of his movement to get up,
Make attack save, please.
and it dies. No. +1 to dexterity. 14.
And it's prone again. Every time it moves more than 10 feet, which
I
half
don't-
movement is.
I don't think this procs it though.
That is definitely a DM decision. Do you use half your movement? Do you spend it?
It's basically spending it,
Well,
but I think this is funnier,
if
so I'm
you
going to allow it
normally-
this time.
I love it.
if you
Yes.
normally allow half movement just to get
You do take 3 points of damage. Thankfully enough, you're able to lurk away before it fully grabs onto you, but ripping yourself away from the pincers, you do take 3 points of damage. And it does have its final sting attack. Still a disadvantage. Okay, thankfully I'm rolling horribly. It misses with its final attack.
And then the team got cocky. No.
This scorpion doesn't really have to move, it just has to hit Jemmy. It does have +4 to hit. 11 does not hit. It only has 1 attack, so that's it for its turn. The other one is a bug. It's not smart or wise, so it's going to try to go for, let's say, Finder. It does move 10 feet, which procs the dexterity saving throw. It does have a +1 to dexterity. Oh, wow. It can just get to you. Natural 20, I'm going to say it slides all the way to Finder.
Oh, hey. Well, guess who saved his construct's reaction to impose disadvantage?
Yep, +4 to attack. Doesn't hit.
No, a 13 doesn't quite hit.
Sigvold.
Oh yeah, back to the library of spells, Thomas. You really should prepare better. Come on. Don't laugh at the wizard and then play something and remember, oh yeah, I also do stupid shit like that. Let's just look at everything for 10 minutes and decide to cast a cantrip. I am gonna move to here. And I am gonna use my Psychic Trust on the big guy.
Okay.
Yeet.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
Please make an intelligence saving throw.
I don't want to because they have a -5.
-5?
Well, if you roll a 20, you succeed then.
True. I don't.
Yep. So you take 3 points of psychic damage because I cannot roll higher than a 3.
The creature's bloodied, but it's been bloodied. Not quite dead, but it is hurt.
That is my turn.
Okay. This guy's dead. Don't know why I have Finn.
Alrighty. Finn is going to... It's prone,
It's prone.
so he's going to attack first.
Okay. Melee attacks do have advantage, so 24 does hit. 20. This thing, it's on its last legs. You bite your blade into it, cracking the exoskeleton and going into the gooey center. Draw it back out. Anything else?
Bonus action. TK push. And I'm going to, well, since he's already prone, I'm going to push him in.
+2, that is 13, which is enough to save.
Oh, so he did. Wait, doesn't he roll a disadvantage because he's prone?
No,
No?
Dexterity does not require that.
Oh, no, you're right. Strength does not require that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so much for sliding him off onto the ice, but
I mean, he's still prone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Any movement?
No, I'm gonna stay put because I know I'll get snippered.
Fair enough.
Fight the good fight.
Jemmy, you know that the one next to you is very badly hurt thanks to Finder and his gun.
Ba-boom.
Why do you guys keep making me roll things? -1. 1.
As we decided, this is better than us rolling things.
That's true. This thing's dead.
Toll the Dead is the fucking best cantrip. It's so
It
good.
is quite good. You use your Toll of the Dead spell, causing this thing to just simply burn away into necrotic ash, and it floats away, leaving skeleton.
Ashes to ash from dust to dust.
Any movement, because you can now move without potential danger.
Also, are you muted?
Muted. All right.
It does not help.
All right. Well, what's funny was the whole thing with the attack was I didn't even realize because it was all being reacted to as I expected. All right. While not moving, I am attempting to use spiritual weapon on the large scorpion, which completely fails.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Okay. Finder.
Alright, I'm gonna have my steel defender Honk attempt to shove the spider away from me. I believe that's a contested strength test.
Yes.
Not the big one, the little one.
I know.
Contested strength. Okay, why?
Well, the little
That's a
guy only
strength
has.
save.
Yeah,
Yeah, the little guy wins.
yeah. Well, I'm still gonna roll the old dice with it and move away again.
Hmm? Moving away, making sure you don't get attacked. Let's see. This thing isn't prone, so it just have standard attack. Do you use?
Yeah, I'll use
Yeah.
the reaction.
Okay. Yeah, with the reaction 6 plus its bonus, it does not hit. Okay.
And then I will shoot it because it is not prone. The big one's still prone, right?
The big one's still prone,
Okay, yeah, then I'll shoot the little one.
but it's very hurt.
Well, I like to hit things.
16 to save. 7. This guy hasn't really been hurt, so with 7, it is heavily hurt now, but it is not quite dead.
Should have just attacked the thing. My turn is done.
Okay. Giant scorpion. Just because I think it's funny, I'm going to allow it again. Uses half its movement. Plus dexterity would be... what number do I have to beat? Because I rolled a 15 total.
Yeah, so you beat me with my 15.
Okay. It gets out. And it's just going to attack Finn because he's the closest thing. Sorry, Finn.
That's okay.
But I can't move any further because I ate up so much speed. Plus 4 to attack. Claw. Hits. Roll athletics or acrobatics to not be grappled. DC to beat 12. You
Yes.
barely beat it. It slams its claw into you for 10 points of bludgeoning damage, but you're not grappled into it. It then uses its second claw attack.
No.
12. Thankfully enough, you're able to dodge away out of it, and it uses its final stinger attack. Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Roll a
That's
con save. As you first take 1d10 plus 2 points of piercing damage.
As I first take how much?
12
12.
points of piercing damage.
And Dogma just rolling max damage.
This is such a wicked fight for me, guys. All my spells do poison damage. I'm sorry.
Why
And
did I
you
have...
con save, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, con save. You don't know if they are immune or resistant. You could have tried.
Yeah.
So Dogma now casually rolls a 36 in poison damage, right?
I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. You're not going to straight up
God.
die. It cannot do enough damage to outright kill you unless I roll max. But
But yeah, the
You
last two rolls
do-
clearly.
have to roll 4d10 points of
Yep.
poison damage.
36.
20.
Oh, it's only 20.
You're
Okay.
unconscious, but you're not dead.
I am at negative 15, friends.
And thankfully enough,
Luckily,
that's its turn.
My token isn't updating for some reason.
Oh, it is.
Says
It's at
but
0.
it's not.
That's fine. We know you're unconscious.
Okay, I still see
Oh,
full
lordy.
hit points.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess that's just my.
It could just be roll 20. How much movement do I need to expend in order for it to roll dexterity? I think it's 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay, so the little guy can just get out.
Yep.
Expends 10 movement to get out because, tough terrain. But it's
Oh,
out.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Difficult ground.
Yes. And it's just going to get closer to Finder.
Yep.
And going to attack with a +4. That is 16, which is not enough because
Ooh, because guess who gets to enchant all of his fucking armor at level friggin' 3? It's me.
yeah, your infusion thankfully enough saved you. So it claws in, but it doesn't bite through the armor. That is Sigvald. Sigvald, you notice that one of your team is unconscious.
Yep. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my psychic hammer on the big guy. Because I do not heal.
Strength save.
Please
+2.
fail.
That's a 13. It
fails.
does fail. And with only 3 HP remaining, it just dies.
And as it flies this way, 10 feet, onto the ice.
With your psychic
Just
hammer, you
skates
just
on.
smash into it, and it skates into the ice. Anything else?
Let me see. I still have movement. And I'm gonna move to there, and that will be my turn.
Okay. Finn, roll a death save for me.
Demi, I really, really hope that you're actually a cleric who can heal, because I could have took Cure Wounds, but I didn't want to step on your toes.
Oh, no.
Con save, right?
Healing,
Just
that's so
D20.
lame.
Death saving throw. That's basically D20
A D-
and hope for the best.
yeah.
Let's use a healing kit and medicine
Yes.
check.
Yeah, 13. That is one pass, so you're fine for right now. And as long as you get 3 passes, you are stabilized. You get 3 fails, you die.
Okay.
Let's hope Jemmy can stabilize you if he wants to.
All right, I am casting Toll the Dead on that last remaining scorpion.
It has been hurt. Minus
DC
1.
14 for it.
That is an 18.
Oh, that makes it.
Man, this
All right,
scorpion
well,
is the
that's not
star
gonna
of the
do-
show.
Well, I am going to go ahead and do something a little bit more effective and cast Healing Word on Finn for 5 points.
Finn, you come back consciously. Side note, you don't actually come back consciously if you are healed. It's something I learned recently. That being said, though, I find that not as fun. So PCs can still wake up.
You don't
there's
come back consciously. Like, do you mean you like wake? You don't
You
wake
don't
up.
auto
you
wake
just-
up.
Yeah.
You're still
there's
in
a-
a coma, quote unquote, but you just have to be
Yeah.
like slapped in the face.
Yeah, basically.
There's an there's an optional rule that says you have to make con checks to wake up or get physically woke up by somebody else's action. But,
That being said,
it's an
though,
optional.
yeah, I'm going to still allow PCs to wake up utterly because that's more fun. But NPCs, fair game. Anyways, Finn, you wake up. 5 HP richer and still very hurt because you're still bleeding out. There's only one guy
I
still
will.
remaining. Jemmy, anything else?
I guess I could just curse out the ineffectiveness of my spiritual beetle, and that's it.
Okay. Fair enough.
You wee little scudder, you're useless. Good for nothing. Fucking spiritual representation of my anger.
Finder, you can tell that
Even a
the
single point of damage.
scorpion in front of you is heavily hurt. Not bloodied, but like 2 or 3 points away from that. But it's also right next to you.
We'll have the steel defender make an attack on that first.
Okay. Honk is easily able to penetrate through the armor, now causing it bloodied. It is not dead, but it's definitely hurt.
So I will try. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I'm wielding a two-handed weapon.
Thematically, it could be interesting. What are you attempting to do?
So as a racial cantrip, I have poison spray, which comes from your hand. So I was gonna like kind of drop it and just like to test your theory about them being.
Yeah.
You can let go
use
of the gun with one hand.
you can use a free action to holster your gun and use the spray if you want.
And then does it cost some sort of an action to put it back, or is that a free action as well?
That would be another free action on your next turn.
Okay, dope. Then I'll try that. Why not? Poison spray, right, guys?
Turns out they're healed by that.
Yeah.
No modifier for con on this guy, so it's just a 20. That's a 2. So here's the thing. They aren't resistant or immune to poison. And with only 8 HP remaining, the poison spray juts into the creature and just causes it to die.
You want T supremacy.
And they are
Uh,
confused why people always say that UNT are evil creatures.
Did something happen to Finn?
Finn, are you okay?
Hit by one of the scorpions.
Yeah, I'm up. That big guy has a strong sting. I feel a little sick to my stomach. Nauseous.
You guys know you are maybe an hour's trek away from the temple. Or the newfound ruins, whatever they are called. Technically, it's a temple.
Okay,
You can take a short rest
are we
here if you want, or you can press on.
all right, are we gonna get like a long rest before we get to the temple?
You can also do a long rest too, but it depends on your rations.
I think if you need a short rest before we get to the temple, that's fine. But a long rest before we get there is not in our interest.
Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and take a short rest.
Okay. Please remember any dice rolled to heal yourself are expended until you take a long rest. So you don't have to roll them all at once. You can roll one and then see if you want to roll another one and another one. You do have 3 since you are level 3 right now.
I'm not going to spend any during this time. Can I harvest, say, the stinger from this spicy scorpion?
You can attempt to, but it will require a a survival check of 13.
All right, let's
Try that. Allow me to offer my expert guidance.
I'll give you advantage.
All
I
right.
should also give him a D4.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's something from another campaign. But anytime I say expert guidance, I'm specifically talking about casting the guidance spell.
Okay, cool.
so advantage, survival, not my best thing, but let's roll the old dice. 13 plus 1d4, you say?
Yep. Well, I think the 13 already made it.
Couldn't hurt to be better.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Easies.
You may want to roll another one.
That was
No.
my third one.
Oof.
I got 2 6s and a 3.
Finder, you're able to carve out the more or less because you rolled higher, you also took the sack of poison that is, I don't know a thing or two about scorpions, but I'm going to say there's a sack that holds the poison in there.
Go
You're
ahead.
able to take that as well
but
as the
sure.
scorpion stinger.
Finn,
Nice.
you roll 2 8s and a 3. Because it's D10 plus 2. For
D-
head die.
You
Fun
didn't actually
fact
roll
for
the
no
hit
one who
dice
cares,
thing.
but scorpions actually have a toxin, or a concoction of toxins known as beta analergic toxins, which is different from vipers, which tend to have something called 3-prong toxins or 3-finger toxins. Anyway.
Again, I don't know a thing or two about scorpions. You have the thing that very much hurt Finn, and the stinger.
Okay, good to know. If we ever want to poison anybody, ask Soap.
Yeah.
He will
Toxicology,
clean
Uh,
baby.
Finn, you're able to heal yourself, and you are able to move forwards. Thankfully enough, the poison isn't a continuous thing.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely helpful.
so an hour later, you are able to get to the ruins. Now, what you find here will depend on checks. And the longer you take here, the more likely you will find other people here. Because you're not the only ones that know about this area. Because, poachers are things, gangs are a thing, and deadly creatures, which you well know are a thing. But
Well, we
we'll
won't have
see
to worry
what-
about poachers because we're not eggs.
and you all die. Now, we'll see what finds you
Swap.
first. Or you get lucky, and nothing finds you next time, as we end the session for today.
Sure. As the rock falls on
Hey.
Lemmy.